Okay, today we have 3 Floyds, Blackheart. This is a 750 milliliter, right? Bomber sized. Oh, it's a collaboration, an artistic collaboration with our friends Tim Leahy and Jeff Rossier at Blackheart Tattoo in San Francisco. Okay, so they must just do the art. They've got a lot of art like this on some of their beers. So I guess this is... I guess they do all those. They have a bunch of collaborations with metal bands like Amber Smashed Face with Cannibal Corpse. There's one they did with Pig Destroyer, I think. I've had both of those. Pig Destroyer, not too high on, but the Amber Smashed Face was really good. But anyways, this is a English style India Pale Ale. I've only ever had one other English style India Pale Ale. That was the Guinness Nitro in the can. That was pretty good. But what I've come to expect from my research and stuff about English style IPAs, which is very awkward and funny sounding, is less hop bitterness, less hop content, probably some less resin in there too, and more malt, more of a malt backbone, I guess. And so it's a little bit creamier. I mean, the nitro that I had was definitely really creamy because it was a nitro. But it's much more mellow and a relaxed beer. And I don't know. Oh, I've got it up on here. This is an 8.5%er, which is... I'll be surprised to see how this tastes. I don't know anything about it. Beer Advocate is a 4.03 out of 5, which is an exceptional. That's with 1,361 rankings. This is 3 Floyds, by the way. This is in Munster, Indiana. I've not had any beer from 3 Floyds that I've expressly disliked. There have been some that I've not liked as much as others, but there's not been one that I've had that I don't like. So I'm really big on 3 Floyds. I've had tons of 3 Floyd stuff. Probably not as much as others. Of course, I've only been legally drinking for... What month is it? Into May? 5 months. So I've only had 5 months worth of experience drinking adult beverages. So, but I've had like Gumball Head is my go-to wheat beer. Like if I don't want something super hoppy or something dark and high in alcohol content, then I'll go for a Gumball Head. Most of their IPAs I've had are really good. I really like, they have Live a Rich Life. It's a Belgian style IPA or Belgian style double IPA, I'm not sure. That's dedicated to one of their former employees who passed away very young, I'm pretty sure. But I love it. Oh man, it's good. Anyways, had a lot of 3 Floyd stuff. Never had something I haven't expressly liked. So I have high hopes for this Blackheart English style IPA. So I'm going to pop this open with my keys over here. Also, drove to IKEA today, about an hour and 10 to 20 minutes south of here, and that place is a nightmare. The one in Fishers, Indiana, at least, is a nightmare. I have pretty bad shopping anxiety. 3 Floyds, probably can't read it with this horribly low resolution camera. I have pretty bad shopping anxiety, which means I usually go by myself whenever I go to do shopping at all, because I don't have to worry about being around other people and making sure that they're happy and all that kind of stuff. So I went by myself, and the whole store is like a one-way street, so you have to like go through. There's arrows on marked on the floor. I think it's like electrical tape or something, pointing you in the direction you're supposed to go. So you walk in, and it's like a shopping mall. It has a directory. Anyways, I'm gonna pour this while I'm talking. It's so difficult to find where you're going. It took me 15 minutes to find a bathroom. Not to find a bathroom, like the directory showed me where the bathroom was. Yeah, that's definitely darker. Not darker, but cloudier, I should say. Not quite as see-through. There's still plenty more where that came from. Probably another glass full. That's a neat color. I like that. Pretty dark. I'll get back to the IKEA in a minute. Give this a smell. Smells like an IPA, like an American IPA, I should say. It's interesting to have a Midwest American brewery at that make an English style IPA, because I'll be curious to see how much of those styles bleed together. It'll be interesting. I definitely smell hops. It's a pretty mellow smell, actually. I'm kind of... have to get my nose in there pretty deep to really get any kind of smell. I should stop talking about it and drinking it. Stop sticking my nose in it and drinking it. And drink it. Some sweet white bread, excuse me, which to me is a little bit more typical of the English style. I'm by no means an expert or a beer sommelier or whatever the term is. I just really like beer and I drink a lot of it. I drink a lot of different kinds. I like talking about it and I like playing video games, so that's why I'm here. Okay, first drink. Okay. Okay, it is closer to what I expected. There's an alcohol taste on the back end. There's a little bit of an alcoholic sting there. I'll go ahead and get this. Okay, controller's not working. Let's Alt F4. Oh. That's why it wasn't working. One moment, please. Okay. So I click in here and then hit continue. Yeah, it's certainly closer to what I expected than the smell was. This is my dude. I'm not a high-level Dark Souls player. I just started the third one the other night. Made an assassin. His name's Chris. No, his name is Karl Marx. Excuse me. Yeah. Yeah, Karl Marx. He's an assassin. Very early on in this game. I just started the other night. Anyways. Yeah, this was certainly closer to what I expected than what it smelled like. It's an altogether mellow taste. And you're not left with much in your mouth aside from a little bit of alcohol bitterness after you've swallowed it. It's pretty drinkable. Not quite as drinkable as I would have expected from an English IPA. But it also has 8.5% alcohol. So you kind of get a trade-off there. The lack of drinkability, the lesser drinkability comes more from the alcohol than the hops. Because I don't taste much hop content or hop resin here. When was this bottled? Bottled on, wow, May 2nd, 2018. So this is a very recent bottle. Not very recent, but relatively recent. Bought this at Village Bottle Shop Liquors on Sagamore Parkway here in West Lafayette. Can't quite remember what I paid for it, and I never get my receipts there. So I'm going to say around $12, $13 probably. I got this and another 3 Floyds bomber. It was a pretty cheap trip there for me. I think that's all I got. I think it was just those 2 bombers that I got. Yeah? Yeah, I don't think I got anything else. No, I like this a lot. I'd be curious to see or to taste this on draft. I think you'd mellow out a little bit of that alcohol content as well if it came through a tap. Read a couple of these reviews here on Beer Advocate, see what people are saying. People who agree with me. Copper colored with a ½ inch of creamy and dense tan head. The aroma is a hint of smoke and earthy hops. Yeah, I didn't get as much smoke, but the flavor presents bold earthy hops, smoke, and finishes with a touch of vegetation and coppery and slightly dark malt. The mouth is dry, lightly resinous, and sticky. I agree with that last part. It's dry, and you get a little resin to it. I don't quite taste the smoke that this person is talking about. Go on, so you're staring at me. You want to come up here? Come on. Come on. Yeah. He's just a little too low. I guess I can do this. Hey, look here. Look here, buddy. Oh, yeah. You gotta stay down here, though. You can't get on the desk. Okay. Anyways, burnt amber. No, not on the desk. Excuse you. Burnt amber with a white foam that dyes to a thin blanket, leaving bumpy lace. Yeah, that's what it looks like. Okay, where are you going? Where are you going, bud? Let me move this out of your way. Oh, that was a bad shot, I'm sure. Smell is corn, grapefruit, lime, and fruity apple, with taste bringing graham, grapefruit, spicy pine, and green tea with a frothy, crisp body and dry finish. Yeah, I can dig that too. I taste the green tea now that I read that. Power suggestion maybe a little bit, but anyways, let's put that away and start playing video games. Dude, if you hit my keys with that tail of yours, I swear. Yeah. Anyway, drove to IKEA today. That place is a nightmare. It's like a one-way with shortcuts to other sections, and I didn't know how to walk around, and it was uncomfortable, and I took a hell of a time finding the desk that I wanted. Desks, actually, in the end. Because the one that I originally planned to get was too deep. I have this very short distance between my wall and the foot of my bed, and the one that was long enough for what I wanted ended up being too deep. So I had to choose between an about 80-inch long tabletop that was less deep, or get two, a shorter tabletop and then a medium length tabletop, and make an L out of them. Or if I couldn't make an L out of them, I could maybe get the whole distance, maybe go this way with it. But I'm glad that didn't happen, because I could not have made it that far. I barely fit this, and I had to move everything down a little bit to fit this in. And I didn't want to get the longer one either, because I wasn't sure it was going to fit in my car. I could have finagled it probably, but I didn't want to mess with that. And so while I was sitting in there, I did most of my shopping online, actually, while I was in the store, which was really weird feeling to me, but, you know, whatever works. I signed up for their IKEA family program while I was sitting there looking at their stuff on the website. Damn, son. And when I did that and I checked out, the guy who rang me up, very nice guy, was like, yeah, you also get a free coffee once a day with your IKEA family thing. And I was like, rad. And I was right next to the bistro, so I went over to the bistro. And the people in front of me, that was the weird thing. The people in front of me went up and tried to order something. And the guy at the bistro was like, no, we don't have that back here at the bistro. We have that at the cafeteria or whatever it was called. Because there's two restaurants in this department store. And the women, there were two older women and then three what looked like preteen aged kids, maybe preteen to young teenager aged kids. The women were angry. The women were upset that there was a second restaurant in this department store and that they had to go to the other restaurant to get the food that they wanted to order. It blew me away. So I went up to the counter and I was like, how are you going to be mad? To the guy, not to the people. No, I'm not that confrontational. To the guy at the counter, I was like, how are you going to be mad that there are two restaurants in a department store? How are you going to be mad that you have to go to another one to get the specific food that you want? And the guy started laughing. I was wearing my Squirtle shirt, so we talked about Pokemon for a second. But I was like, yeah, I just signed up for the IKEA family thing. Ow. And he said I got a free coffee. I was like, yeah, here's your cup. And he gave me the free cup and he scanned my card. Damn. And so I went over to the coffee machine and I realized there was no coffee selection on the machine. There was Jesus Christ, dude, I am playing like garbage. There was Americano, latte, espresso, hot water, and cappuccino, maybe? Maybe that's all there was. But there was no coffee selection, but there was a blank spot. So I figured, well, this oh god, come on. Yeah. This machine just must be out of coffee. I was like, whatever, I'll get espresso. I like espresso. So it gave you one shot per click. I guess I could have just like kept clicking it and filled my thing up with espresso, but I wasn't about to. Oh, I took the wrong way when I came down here. I'm an idiot. So I got a shot of espresso and went and sat and started to drink it. And that was just water, man. It just tasted like straight up water. I was really disappointed. I was like, what do I expect from department store espresso? Drink a little bit more here. But yeah, I was just like, why even offer espresso if it's going to be this bad? I mean, I guess if you're there shopping for like an entire home, you're going to be there for a long time. So you might need that or something. And we're back at the start. What have I done? No, this isn't the start. But this is also not where I need to be, so I can travel there though. Yeah, I was just bummed out. I was like, well, okay. Maybe I got this free espresso, but I would have almost rather not had espresso at all. It's this way. This is the way that I want to go. Then down here. Ow! 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 Ooh, that could have been bad. Well, I'm going to need a lot of Estus for where I'm going, so I'm going to go ahead and just re-roll that. Also saw a woman arrested on the side of the road today. That was interesting. I presume, maybe this is a bad assumption. I don't know how many offenses you can be arrested for while on the road. But I know driving while under the influence is one of them. So I assume she was drunk driving or drugs driving or something and was taken in for that. But it was very strange. We got the traffic slowed down a whole lot. I assume there was an accident or something. And when I finally got up to the blockade, or not the blockade, but like where the slowdown was coming from, just saw an officer escorting a woman in handcuffs to the back of a squad car. I was like, wow, it's a really messed up thing to see on the side of the road. I mean, that's probably common, but it's just like the ramifications of that happening as I sit in my car and listen to a video game podcast or something. It was either a video game podcast or an anime music at that point. There's something discombobulating about that. Discombobulating, is that even a word? Uncanny about that. I'm in my own little universe in my car. Not worrying about a thing except not hitting people on the interstate. And then all of a sudden, there's just a woman being arrested. It was weird. I don't need to go that way. Right? Or I do, I need to go right. Yeah, down there. That's where the boss is. There's a big boy in here. Oh, yeah, my souls. I don't think there's very many souls in there, but... Okay. Well. Oh, great. What does frostbitten do? Does that mean like I'm more susceptible to damage? God. Totally unprepared for this fight. Yeah, 350 souls. I don't know how I dodged all that and then got hit by that very obvious move. Jesus. Man! That is no good. I wonder if there's somewhere else I should go first. I guess I could go back to, I don't have any souls. Shit. Let's grab some souls. Just a few. I got all those, I got a bunch of items in my inventory that give me souls. Dark Souls is a series that I've really wanted to get into for a long time. I just haven't had the patience to sit down and really figure it out. And a few months back, I really sat down and played, I played a lot of time of Bloodborne. I didn't progress very far, but I played a lot of Bloodborne. And I finally started to get a feel down for, this is actually how to play these games. You're not going to get instant gratification or anything like that, so just don't even expect it. And that really changed, like, turned me around on these. So I've had Dark Souls 3 in my library since it was on Humble Monthly 1 month. It was like $12, and I got this game and one of the DLC packs, and then a bunch of other games for $12. Like, yeah, sure, why not? And the other night, I just finally decided to sit down and play it. And it's a lot of fun. I love this. Gohan now has a spot on my desk to just sleep while I'm working or playing games or whatever. Well, let's see what I can do with these items that I've got. Large soul of a deserted corpse. Okay, well that's not very many. That's not nearly enough to level up. Oh, I got a lot of those. What is a raw weapon? Oh wow, that actually does a lot. No more attribute bonuses though. Well, whatever, they're not doing anything for me right now. I'm not going to use this gear forever, so. Oh, I didn't even notice I had this better shield. Huh. It's a good beard. Oh, I guess I could... With how little I use my shield, that might be worth it. Hmm. Hmm. Okay. Ooh, that's a lot less frost resistance. Oh well. Hmm. Yeah, it's probably still worse. Okay, sure. Oh. Does that add on to my... Hmm. Let's go test this combination out. Provided this doesn't get me too drunk, I got another beer that I want to try. Actually, I already had one, but I got 3 more. Had one the other day. Is there any sediment? I don't think so. Yeah, the head dissipates pretty quickly on this. I love the art on these. They're just like super like death metal-y looking. Pretty cool. Okay. What's up, punks? Ow. Ah, shoot, there's a dog coming up at me. Is he smart enough to come up the steps? He is? Ow! Well, that's definitely more agile. What's up, dude? I think I get 1 less attack out of my stamina, though. That might be a deal breaker, if that is the case. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Nope. Damn, son. That's a lot of damage. You came all the way down here to see me? This is working out pretty good so far. That looks wrong with the longer sword in the right hand, or the left hand. Excuse me. That's better. It still looks wrong to have a katana and a broadsword. It's a dual wheel katana and a broadsword. Once again, another look at a full glass. Very cloudy, dark amber. Little buddy's just chilling over here. Oh, that might have been a mistake to switch those, actually. No, it was not. No, it was not. Excellent. You get a broader strike on that first hit. 1, 2, 3, 4. You only get 4 attacks, though. 1, 2, 3, 4. He's not even using the other sword. Am I an idiot? And is he just not using that second sword? What is this? Okay. So if I do... Okay. There's that. I don't know if there's any benefit to that, though. I'll just use this for now. That was lucky. That didn't do any damage. Damn. Whew. Move! Oh no! I'm stuck! Okay, well, I got out of that relatively unscathed. Oh, here he comes! Oh, that was a different move than I expected! Let that frostbitten wear off a little bit. Oh no! And I'm frostbitten, so it was all meaningless. What is happening? Well, I've done more damage to him than all of my previous attempts combined, and that was dumb. Oh, here he comes! Pew! Pew! Oh, second form. Dude, you're hitting the escape key. And there I go. Yep. Are you actually running at full resolution now? No, you are not running at full resolution. Huh. Weird. Let's give it another go. Okay, that was lucky. You know, let's just try this again. Yeah. Much better. Cool. Replace that raw gem I used earlier. Oh, still here. Ow. Got 3 in one swipe though, that's pretty cool. What's up, punk? What's up, dude? Nope, that's... Ooh, what's down there? Nothing. What's up here, though? Oh, that's just that other way to the... Yeah. Or she gives you that banner. Uh-oh. Run, 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 run away. Ooh, no! Well, that was disappointing. Of course my souls are right under his ass. Ow! Please don't kill me before I can grab my souls! No! 2,000 souls gone. That's not really that many, but still. That's dumb, isn't it, buddy? Not smart on my part. I meant to get a second game ready if this started to happen. I don't know what else I have. Let's find out. There. My escape key is literally in your butt, dude. Come on. Alt F4. Boop boo doo doo doo. Do 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 do. Trying to find a game that I won't be completely silent during. Game I've played before. Uh-oh. He's standing up. He's still on the frame, though. Oh, I don't know. I don't know. Sure. Let's install this. 321 megabytes. Shoot doodle doo doo. My chair sure is squeaky. Oh. This sure is a video game. I actually own this for the Sega CD, but my Sega CD is broken. It's got a bad fuse, I think. Both of these songs are really good. I don't know which one to pick. Let's Google. Which Sonic CD soundtrack is better? Autocomplete. There's a GameSpot forum thread from 2012. No. Congratulations, Amazon.com user. US.cocainized942pl.top says. I hate these mobile ads. I hate these mobile ads so much. Oh my god. Just completely breaks websites. Sonic Boom is way better than Toot Toot Sonic Warrior, so I guess I'll go US. Also, what kind of song name is Toot Toot Sonic Warrior? Are you kidding me? Give me that glorious full motion video. This is a fucking banger. Pardon my French. Sonic Boom! Sonic Boom! Boom! Sonic 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 Boom! Bow, bow! Whew! Boy! Palm Tree Panic. This game's really weird, and I've never been able to play it right because it's got this weird time travel mechanic where, like, there's these different gates in every level, and if you go past them at a high enough speed, right there, you gotta go past them, well, you hit that, and then you have to go fast enough for a long enough amount of time. I don't remember which gives you the good ending either. And it'll warp you. It'll warp you to that timeline. Did it wear off? Huh. I didn't know it wore off after a certain amount of time. So now I'm in the present, and I'm gonna finish the zone in the present. So I didn't secure. Whatever, I'm not gonna finish this game right now anyway, so I'll just play it. But there's a weird mechanic in this game. So why are there coin rings behind me? Oh, that's why. future. Yep, and so I got warped. 88 miles per hour, I got an achievement. So if you go to the future, you get this weird, like, Robotnik dystopia. And there's a machine in the level that you have to destroy. Why are there rings there? I keep calling them coins. What? That's weird. I believe this was the second Sonic game to ever come out. Also... Wait, hang on. What is nostalgia filter? Is it the CRT? I want sharp. I believe there's a... Did they change it out with the spin dash in this version? There was... The original version of this game, I believe, didn't have a spin dash, but instead it had a... Like, his feet spun. I could be wrong about that. I thought that was the case, though. Oh, no! Okay. I thought I'd turn it off smooth. It looks too smooth now. Why is smooth... Is that a glitch? Or did they just program that incorrectly? Oh no! Give me the... Okay. Oh, right. These special stages. They brought these back in Sonic Mania. Oh no! Okay. I didn't know that's what happened there. Oh, you run low on time. So yeah, this game came out before Sonic 2, and it was the first Sonic game with the spin dash. But hardly anybody played this one because it was on the Sega CD, which was just a abysmal peripheral for the Sega Genesis. It was this thing you locked on. I mean, if you're watching this, you probably already know this, but it's this thing that you would lock on to the Sega Genesis, and it had a CD drive. And so we would combine, I assume, I'm not a hardware engineer or anything. How do you... It would lock onto the Genesis, and it would play CD-based games, but I guess it would have extra processing power in the device itself. Well, that was easy. So it could pump out more power, like more... Oh, that's the machine. The machine is at the end of the level. So I finished the future version and destroyed that. Maybe? I don't know if that's right or not. Anyways. The Sega CD had this, because CDs were so much more, so much larger in storage size than cartridges. Okay, okay. I forgot about Amy. Since CDs were so much larger than cartridges in storage size. Okay. Oh, right. Metal Sonic. They could put full motion video, which is what you saw earlier, in the intro video. And so games like Night Trap, one of the most controversial video games ever made, could have this full motion video of real actors and stuff like that. So you got games that were akin to PC games. The PCs were just so much more capable at this point in time. Okay. That games just looked really bad on the Sega CD, and the games were just not good either. So that and the 32X were just Sega's failed attempt at bolstering the power of the Genesis, and it just, from what I understand, it didn't work out. It didn't work out to the game's favor, and it also didn't work out financially. So, just... And it makes sense, they didn't do that anymore after that. Kind of. I mean, they had the broadband adapter on the Dreamcast, but that wasn't like a way to play games. That was just... if the game is online. Anyways. Sega's console history is so weird. It's kind of fascinating. And I wish... I don't wish. Sometimes I think about if we had this bizarre alternate future, or alternate timeline, in which Sega was just completely dominant. If Sega hadn't been rooted out by Sony with the PS2. I mean, the Dreamcast was already, like, sort of the last-ditch effort. If the Saturn had succeeded and the Dreamcast... What the hell's going on? If the Saturn had succeeded and the Dreamcast succeeded, I'd be really curious to see where video games would be right now. Because Sega, in my opinion, is mostly putting out some of their best work in years. I mean, you got Bayonetta 1 and 2. You've got the Yakuza games. I mean, Yakuza 0 and Kiwami are just phenomenal. Sonic Mania was really good. That was, some might say, the only good Sonic game. I don't know if I'd quite go that far, but it's certainly the best one since Sonic 2. Oh, what else? Puyo Puyo Tetris. I mean, that game came out in 2014 in Japan, but, like, it's hard to make Tetris bad, and combining it with another good puzzle game is really cool. Because, yeah, right now Sega is putting out some of its best work in years. Fuck, man, I'm not even paying attention. I'd be really curious to see where they would be right now if their console... What? No, don't take me back to the past. Okay. If they were still making consoles, I think we'd have... So much of what Sega makes and made were just bizarre games that I think we'd have a way more experimental AAA video game landscape nowadays. But I don't know what that would mean for indie games. I don't know if we would have as thriving of an indie game scene. But yeah, I don't know. I gotta drink this a little faster so I can get to my second beer. What's up, buddy? What's up? Want to say hi to the camera? Come here. Oh, come here. Come here. Oh. Hello. Oh, I know. You're mad. I know you're mad. You're sitting on my cable, dude. Oh, my time's running out. No, there's no time. It's, oh. Boss man. Ow! Okay. Oh, man, I hate these types of bosses. How do you... What am I supposed to do? What am... Oh my god. It's stuff like this. It's stuff like this where Sonic games just go from like, okay, this is a pretty competent, fast platformer, and I appreciate what it's going for. And then it's stuff like this where you're just like, what were you thinking? Who told you this was fun? It's crazy. I'm kind of surprised. I'm not really feeling a buzz. I'm not really feeling a buzz from this 8.5%er. Oh man, this is also where Sonic games just lose it. Why did anyone ever think water levels were a good idea? Like, especially, look at this. Look at this. Look, moving fast, right? Gotta go fast. Faster, faster, fast, faster, Sonic X. So let's make a level where, oh, there's water? And let's move at so much slower of a pace. And let's add a penalty for you getting out of there slower. It doesn't make any sense at all to me why somebody thought that was fun. And I'm not here trying to talk mess about video games, because I love video games, you know, like that's why we're all here. But you base a game entirely. This is a good ass song though. You base a game entirely off speed, and then you introduce a level. It's the same as Sonic 1. They added Marble Labyrinth Zone was like the second level, and the whole level's like structure is to make you go super slowly. It doesn't make any sense to me at all. And so it's levels like this that are, one, just totally opposite what you would expect from a video game of this nature. Anyways, I don't know if I even want to play this anymore at this point. Cool. We're gonna take you back to the past to play the shitty games that suck ass. Not my words. Did they not have the drowning music in this game? Did they take the... Oh, it's probably because it was a CD-based game. I didn't even think about that. Since it's CD-based, they probably couldn't get the drowning music to trigger in time. That's very strange. But I like it. That drowning music was terrible. Anyways. Let's play a good game. But what good game? Da 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 da. A game with not too much of an intro. I heard a cat scratching at something. Is he behind me? No, he's right there. I'm just dumb. Okay. Game with not too much of an intro. That would be fun and good. That would also... I would not quit playing in 5 minutes. Yeah, sure. So take 1 second to install, but... Anyways, in closing about 3 Floyds, Brewing Company from Muncie, Indiana's Blackheart English IPA. I recommend it. It's pretty good. Yeah. There's a little bit of sediment in here that I can tell now. Kind of suspended in the little bit I have left. A little yeast in here. But nothing too chunky or noticeable. I've actually got several beers in the fridge that I'd like to look at, but I need to save some of them. Okay. Launch this. Oh, windowed. Alienware? What? Updated or original? I don't know what any of these things are. This is a good video game. I never played this on mouse and keyboard. I played it on PS4. And the dual stick nature of that controller really worked in that game's favor. But I always thought it would be easier with a mouse. That's not nice. Yeah, I think the PS4 version had you use the touchpad. Hey, bud. Don't scratch. Yeah, okay. All right. Missing an apostrophe. Do. Here in a second. Oh, look, it's an NES. I'll go grab that other beer. that was it. Ow. 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 I'm not used to this on a keyboard. Ow. Knifed. Double kill. That's how you throw it. Ow. Man, I'm bad. I don't understand how to... Damn it. Why didn't you pick that up? Can I not pick up any weapons in the post? Are you kidding me? What in the world? It wouldn't let me pick up an item or a weapon. Enjoy this tune while I go grab another beer. Oh. Okay. Now we have... my headphones back on to get this sick tune going in my ears. Now we have Mr. Coconuthead from St. John Malt Brothers. Let me... not that much. Oh, right. I can just do that. St. John Malt Brothers is somewhere in Indiana. St. John, Indiana. Where is St. John? Let's find out. Okay. Here, check this out. Let's see if I can do this. Window capture. Google Chrome. No, that's not right. Delete, remove, plus, window capture, Google Chrome. Nope, doesn't want to work. Well, I tried. Oh, we have to make it active. Anyways, so St. John, looking at a map right now, is around Hammond, Indiana. It's right on the Indiana-Illinois border. Literally right there. It's like... yeah, it's negligible distance. Next to Cedar Lake. Let's get directions. So, directions from my location. It's about an hour and a half from here. Huh. Maybe I'll make a trip up there. That sounds kind of fun. Yeah, you take I-65 and 231 and you're there. Cool. Anyways, so this is a porter. Mr. Coconuthead is a porter brewed with, let me read the can. A delightful porter made with real toasted coconut. Mr. Coconuthead delivers a tropical taste for a smooth, perfectly balanced porter. Cheers! And it has the independent craft stamp on there, showing you that they are not owned by a big corporation like Anheuser-Busch InBev, or I'm sorry, not Anheuser-Busch InBev. It used to be Anheuser-Busch, and then InBev bought Anheuser-Busch. This is not owned by InBev. This is truly independent, certified independent craft brewers association. Brewed and packaged by St. John Malt Brothers from St. John, Indiana. 1 pint. 1 pint size can. Anyways, let's pour this. See what it looks like. See what it smells like. A little can ASMR for you there. I doubt I'll be able to get the whole can in here because this is a pint-sized glass. Although there's not very much head on this beer. Let's stir some up there. Get pretty close. I don't want to do any more than that. Nope, that's at the brim. Very dark for a porter. Not dark for... Can't talk and steady it. Pretty dark looking. Basically no head. Smell the coconut. You smell the coconut hard on that. Let's get the Beer Advocate up here and check that out. Probably not many ratings for this one, I would assume. St. John Malt Brothers is not a big name brewery. Did I close that tab? Weird. Yeah, essentially no head on that. Yeah. Basically all I smell is beer and coconut. So it's only got 4 ratings. It's got a 4.16 out of 5 on Beer Advocate. An exceptional rating. ABV not listed. So I have no clue how alcoholic this beer is. I don't think it's very alcoholic. I've had one before, like I said earlier. I had one out on the back porch the other day playing... No, I wasn't playing anything. What was I doing? I was listening to a podcast. Maybe I was playing Zelda. I can't remember. I don't think it's quite that alcoholic. It sure doesn't taste like it. Let's taste it a little bit. Smell it and taste it. Yeah, it's not a faint taste or faint smell. Hang on. It's not that faint of a smell, but it's mostly overshadowed by the coconut. Okay, I rescind my earlier comment about the taste not being overly coconutty. That is very coconutty. Cocoa nutty. It honestly doesn't taste like much beer at all. Here's what I'll say. Do you like coconut? If you like coconut, you'll like this beer, for sure. I personally like coconut a lot. Also, this can is just adorable. Look at that. Look at that little boy. He's got a little smiley face. And also, that is shown with way more head than this beer poured for. I don't know what version they're pouring. Also, with that, it's got like a... I don't know if you can tell. The colors kind of blend in. But it's got this sort of like mountainy head on there. And I don't understand how they did that. If you're pouring in the center like you're supposed to, after about halfway of the glass full, you're not going to get that much agitation in the middle. You're not going to get that much carbonation? You're not going to get that much head in the middle. I don't understand why they have it. They must have like done some really hardcore product shots for that. Oh no, I poured dark beer on my brand new white desk. Grab my paper towels. Honestly, it doesn't have much of a body on it. It doesn't have much of a porter sort of backbone. It honestly just tastes like straight up coconut. Yeah, it's certainly not bad. And it's very drinkable and excuse me. It's really drinkable. There's just not much to it. I imagine this is somewhere around the 5%, 4.5% to 5% range. And probably could go a little higher than that based on how strong the coconut is. Let's see if I can find their website. Their website doesn't even tell me what their ABV is. No, wait, maybe it does. No. Really? Does Rate Beer tell me? Okay, so Rate Beer says 7%. It doesn't really taste like a porter. It tastes like a black lager with coconut, with a heavy coconut taste. So, but it's heavy like a porter. It's pretty. Maybe it's because I drank half the glass in a few minutes. One of these ratings on Rate Beer says straw aroma, and I taste that. I taste when I think of straw, I think of lager, I think of Kolsch, or I don't tend to think of porter. Porter beers occupy this strange space in my mind that is between a stout and a lager. Admittedly, I need to do much more research on this style of porter. I need to understand what goes into a porter beer versus a stout beer versus a Kolsch beer. But typically what I associate is a good bit of malt, a pretty decent helping of malt without too much hop content. Without too much hop content. And what I get here is not very much malt, not very much hop, but a lot of corn, a good bit of corn, the structure and texture of corn, but with hardly any flavors added besides coconut. Maybe a little bit of chocolate, maybe a little bit of chocolatey malt. I can taste the chocolatey malt. It tastes like I'm drinking a Mounds Bar. Mounds Bar? Mounds Bar is the coconut one, right? They both have coconut. Almond Joy has the almonds in the top. Yeah, it tastes like I'm drinking a Mounds Bar. Yeah, I don't know how else to describe it other than it tastes like I'm drinking a Mounds Bar. And that's not bad. Certainly not bad. It's a dessert beer, without a doubt, even though it's not a stout. Certainly a dessert beer. this is it. I'm going to finish this and I'm going to sign off here. I'm tired. I hope you're not tired of the song because I'm digging it. Yeah, it's heavy. I'm surprised to read that this is 7% alcohol. That's what Rate Beer says. I would love... So, there's a bar here in West Lafayette called The Pint. Most of you probably watching this know what I'm talking about. Or know of it, at least. And The Pint does two pretty cool things. Well, they do plenty of really cool things. I love The Pint. It's one of my bars of choice, usually. But one really cool thing they do is beer milkshakes. They'll take some beer and they'll stir a milkshake out of it. And when I drink this beer, I think that it would be fantastic in a beer milkshake. Personally, I've never had one of the beer milkshakes because I love beer. And also, The Pint doesn't serve food, so when I go there, I've usually eaten plenty. Because I don't go there planning to eat anything. So I don't particularly want a thick, heavy drink. Is milkshake ice cream? Is a milkshake ice cream? I don't know. That's another topic. But I don't particularly want something that heavy when I go to The Pint. So I usually get 2 pints of beer, 2 different pints of beer, and then make my way home because I got to drive. It's far enough away that I have to drive. Any bar I go to is far enough away that I have to drive, which keeps me responsible. And it keeps my tabs relatively cheap. But when I think of this beer, I think that its best purpose would be as a milkshake at The Pint. Which isn't a negative, but also I probably won't buy this again. I don't tend to buy the same beer twice, but that's not true. There's a couple beers that I'll buy over and over again. Dogfish Head 90-minute IPA. It's my go-to. It's the Three Floyds McKellar War Pigs collab. What is it called? It's their hazy IPA. What is that beer called? It's not the Lazarite. The Lazarite is an IPA, but not a hazy IPA. Foggy Geezer. The Three Floyds McKellar War Pigs collab. Foggy Geezer. Buy that any day of the week. Fantastic beer. Some of the Ballast Point Sculpins I'll go for regularly, but that's only if I'm going to a Walmart or something to buy the beer that I'm going to have later that night. That's all to say that I don't regularly buy beer again, but I probably won't buy another 4-pack of this. And again, that's not to say that it's bad. I'm sure actually that this beer has a lot of mass appeal because it doesn't taste that much like beer. That was a pretty hipster and elitist thing to say. My point is that... My point is that when someone goes to a bar, they're normally not me. They're normally not as discerning of what they taste. And I'm not talking down on that. I'm not speaking ill will towards those people, but in the moment, I bet this beer would taste really, really good and be really exciting. So this beer probably has a good bit of mass appeal. But if you really like beer, I'm not sure it would fill... Whatever. After a meal, this would be great. After a meal, I would love this. No question about it. This would be the perfect capper to a night. So even though I struggle to find maybe an application for this beer, I think I have one. I think St. John Malt Brothers knew what they were doing with this beer. I mean, they called it Mr. Coconuthead and they put a damn coconut on the can. Coconuthead. OC, do not steal. I think they really knew what they were doing with this beer, and they went all the way with it. And that's good. I think that's... I think I just find myself wishing for a more balanced porter. It says the description is a perfectly balanced porter, but I'm not sure that's how I see it. And I could be wrong. I could be totally wrong, totally off. Maybe, okay, I'll put it this way. I would prefer a coconut stout. I would prefer a thicker, darker coconut stout rather than this coconut porter. But even for a porter, I'd say this is a little light on the porter and heavy on the coconut, if that makes sense. Anyways. It tastes good. It doesn't taste bad. That's for sure. The only residual taste that I'm left with is the coconut. Anyways, those are my thoughts. Recap. First off, we had the Blackheart English IPA by Floyds. Big fan. Really good. 8.5% alcohol. Pretty mellow. You get a little bit of the bitterness of the alcohol, but pretty mellow. Pretty easy to drink. I like this. And this was a fresh bottle too, like I said earlier. This was bottled on May 2nd, 2018. Cool. And then we had St. John Malt Brothers Coconuthead. If you're here at this point of the review video, whatever, you've heard plenty about this. Is there a can date? Oh, wait. Oh, brewed on... Looks like March 25th. 5th, 2018, so relatively recently. Check it out if you're curious. I don't know what the distribution range is. They probably go to Chicago. I'm sure they go to Chicago because they're right next to it. Yeah, check this out. 4-pack wasn't too expensive. I think it was around the $14, $15 mark. For a 4-pack, you might call that pretty expensive, but yeah. Anyways, I'll be back soon. More beer, more video games. We'll have some more fun. More... Oh, I can't turn. This new desk is deeper than I thought. Oh! Oh, he's awake now. More Gohan. More Gohan. Peace.